myself a blanket. I'm still chilly, but I got myself a blanket. I gotta go over to a guy's house and make sure the cat's got some water. I'll probably do that in a few minutes. The sun's coming up now. I know you can't really tell because the west is to my back. The sun's rising in the east, obviously. There's a woman who me and her had a slight disagreement. Part of it was because she was condescending. Now, she may have not meant it in a condescending way. Um, but I did mention something about it. Of course, if I've got a problem with you, I would rather take it to you than to the internet. If I got a problem with you, I would rather talk to you as a human being than post it on YouTube. But if you do something fucked up, you don't allow me to defend myself, I'm gonna post it on YouTube. I'm dealing with some very major issues. If you tell me something that you're not gonna tell the police, well, it's a good thing I recorded you, isn't it? If you're too afraid to tell the police that you're too afraid to talk to the police, but you admit that to me, I'm going to say something. And there is a reason for that. It was not my choice at any point in time to be targeted. It was not my choice at any point in time to be threatened, harassed, or assaulted. It was not my choice at any point in time for the police to blow me off. It was not my choice at any point in time to be injected with drugs, mind altering drugs that do permanent damage. Let me tell you what it is this lady said. Now, she did tell me to get a hold of her over Facebook Messenger. Jesus fuck. All right, there's this lady, Jess. Jess is not a real person. That's what that beeping was. This Jess person is a sex site. Now, how the hell did I get hooked up with the sex site? Well, that was one of Miss Peach's ideas in between when I left Virginia and when find my damn lighter. In between when I left Virginia in 2016 and when Natalie died. Miss Peaches was like, well, we're gonna hook you up. I'm gonna hook you up with some dating sites. So I gave her all of my information so she could do that. Like, you know what, I don't want to do a dating site, but I'm not gonna turn it down. You think it'll do me some good, so we'll try it. Well, it's a bunch of sex sites, and I don't want that shit. Anyway, Jess is a computer. It's just what do they call them? Not an alternate account. It's kind of like when you call the bank and the automatic teller has a name. Hello, my name is Marie. How may I help you? Ah, got something in my mouth. Probably a bug. But this Jess person, I tagged one of their things as spam, and I was hoping that would put an end to it. But no, I'm still getting more. This was from 2 minutes ago. It always weirds me out when it says somebody posted something 50Y. That's like, what, 50 years ago? Because here where it says Android system 27M, I know that that was from 27 minutes ago. Anyway, I'm on my Facebook here, so I'll read this to you. It's just a general post. It says, you only care about your own group, but you shame victims from other groups. Don't support them, but think it's okay to chastise them because they won't support you. Moron. She typed, I invited you to have a private conversation in my inbox, honey. Why are you posting about me? I'm not. It had nothing to do with you. So I typed back, the fact that you think this is about you says a lot. You aren't a group. You don't shame me and you don't chastise me. How could this possibly be about you? She typed, I'm sorry, or okay, I'm sorry. I typed, according to opinion posts on Facebook, that makes you a real man, or at least would be if you were a man. Thank you for the apology. She typed, I'm sorry again. No need for that. I replied, no need to be sorry. If you knew how badly I read several situations, you'd probably laugh your butt off. It's fine. The fact is, without somebody in my corner, I just have to take the abuse no matter what. That's what happens when you are called mentally ill. That is what happens when you are tagged with mentally ill. Now, this isn't the first time that I have had a fucking meltdown over abuse. It's not. Matter of fact, there were several occasions here in Chapel, Nebraska, where the police wouldn't do anything about the abuse. And I had a meltdown. I didn't have a meltdown over the abuse. I had a meltdown over the fact that the cops wouldn't do a goddamn thing about it. When Zach Metcalf assaulted me in high school, I fought back. School didn't want to punish him, they just wanted to punish me. No, this might be that lady messaging me. No, it's someone I know from back in the day. Calls herself Pixie. Typed to her, I'm not dead. She typed, I would hope not. And I typed, I should be. The person that I messaged, I messaged her. She said message her in Messenger. So I typed, can I call? She hasn't seen it yet. So I'm going to put a question mark there. Oh, yeah, my shift doesn't work on that side. I have to do it on this side. Fucking bird titties. That's one of them things that I grew up with. People saying bird titties. And just now, sitting here thinking about it right after I said it, or rather as I said it, my brain works pretty fast. I thought to myself, well, that's not appropriate. It's just one of them things I grew up with. There's a guy here in town who he doesn't use the N word, but when he's fixing something and he has to do it with, well, duct tape and baling twine, he calls it the N word rigging. And, well, he made a mention to me the first time he ever said that to me, that he was N word rigging something. He said, I don't mean that as a racist thing. When I was growing up, that's just what we called it. So for him, he's making a conscious effort not to use that word in any way, shape, or form. I can respect that. I'm asking another lady if I can call her. I hate typing because it takes so long to say what it is I'm trying to say. And because people can't hear my voice, they reinterpret it usually with their self-esteem or lack thereof. A lot of people have messaged me after I make a post. They get a hold of me, or sometimes 2 or 3 people say, "Hey man, why are you posting up about me?" If I was posting up about you, you would definitely know. Those who I have posted about definitely know. They're fucking aware. What I'm dealing with for the most part is people's assumptions of my guilt. See, before Natalie was killed, I went to the police repeatedly. Repeatedly. Now, did I go 3, 5, 10 times a week? No. I spoke to officers here and I spoke to officers in Colorado about the situation. Did they do anything? No. One of the officers in Colorado said, "Dude, if she's in fucking Virginia, don't worry about it." Except she wasn't in Virginia. She was in Colorado. And people accused me of following her to Colorado. No, she followed me to Colorado. All right, that lady just got back hold of me. She typed, "Later you can. Right now I'm just doing my morning thing before my kid wakes up." So since my computer is almost dead, I'm going to go over and check on the cats and try to charge up my computer, and maybe I'll be able to have a conversation with the lady. If she does call me, then she can verify a lot of the stuff that I've had to say. You don't like that I had to do this shit on Facebook, or you don't like me for doing it on Facebook or YouTube or whatever. But the fact is, I have to defend myself, and I need help to do that, or anyone can harm me at any point in time and just call me mentally ill. You have no idea how many women have sent me stuff about their rapists. No? Sorry, I just got another message. Well, after reading the message, I don't even remember what I was talking about before it. That's ADOS, attention deficit. Oh, shiny! The thing is, if any of my attempts train, if any of my attempts to go to the police to end the violent threats and harassment against me had actually worked, I wouldn't have had to go to YouTube. You guys tell me that I deserve this because I spoke out. No, I spoke out because these things happen. Nobody should have to break the law. Y'all can look on my Facebook, look on my YouTube, and you can tell that I have been trying to get help for years. Years. Oh, My computer is apparently trying to shut down. Alright, she's asking me if I'm okay, and I typed no. I'll be patient though. She's got a kid. I can wait. Kids always come first. Always. Now, the other lady, the one who got this wrong about the post there, says she's been my friend since February 2018, which means that she hopped on the bandwagon after Natalie's killer had been found. A lot of people say, well, this person offered to help and that person offered to help, but they didn't follow through. That's the point. Lots of people offered to help, they just didn't follow through. And then there's lots of people who actually did help, but they never spoke up about it. And because they never spoke up, and because I was never allowed to show evidence, I wasn't even allowed to see my court paperwork. I wasn't even allowed to see the slander against me. Imagine that. Once I did see it, you goddamn right I'm pissed off. My predators manipulated the police into harming me repeatedly. When the police realized how badly they fucked up, they did everything in their power to prevent the truth from being shown. And despite that, the videos on my YouTube, just on my YouTube, are enough to remove Sheriff DaCosta and prevent him from ever owning or possessing a firearm ever again. Merry fucking goddamn Christmas. Y'all be safe. Look out for each other. These son of a bitches aren't going to stop unless we work together even harder than they are. We have to work together to show the evidence harder than they are working to suppress it.